Welcome to your sleep story. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Whatever this day was, however long it felt, however much it held, it is behind you now. Completely behind you. You made it through, and that is everything. So let's begin. Before I take you anywhere tonight, I want to count you down from 10 to 1. And as I count, I want you to allow yourself to sink just a little deeper into wherever you are right now. Feel the weight of your body. Feel what is beneath you, holding you. And with each number, just let go a little more. 10. Allow your eyes to close. Gently, completely. There is nothing you need to see right now. 9. Feel your shoulders and let them drop as far as they want to go. 8. A slow breath in through the nose. 7. And all the way out. 6. Your hands. Feel them opening. Whatever you've been holding today, you can put it down now. 5. Your jaw is soft. Your face is soft. 4. Your legs are heavy, warm. 3. You're drifting, not asleep yet, but moving that way. 2. The day is behind you, completely and entirely behind you. 1. And now, tonight's sleep story, the relaxation. Before we go anywhere, I want to stay here with you for a moment. Just here, just now, because this moment, this exact moment right now, where you are lying in the quiet, deserves a little attention, a little kindness. Take a breath in for me, from the very bottom of the belly. Good, and let it go. And as you breathe out, I want you to imagine that everything you were carrying today, every worry, every unfinished thought, every heavy thing is just leaving with that breath, just drifting away. You don't have to solve anything tonight. You don't have to figure anything out. You don't have to be anything other than exactly what you are right now. A person who deserves rest. A person who deserves sleep. Because you do. You really do. Whatever happened today, whatever was hard, whatever felt heavy, you made it through. You are here. And that is enough. That is more than enough. You are safe. And you are here. Bring your awareness gently to your feet now. Just notice them and allow them to soften. The toes uncurling, the arches releasing. All the small held tension of the day simply letting go. Let that softness travel upward, through the calves, through the knees, the thighs. All of it warm, all of it heavy, all of it resting now. Your lower back, your hips. Allow yourself to feel the surface beneath you taking your weight completely, fully. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. The earth has you. The lake has you. The belly soft. The chest soft. The heart beating steadily as it always has, as it always will. Your shoulders dropping, your arms heavy and warm, your hands open and still, the neck long and loose, and your face, let the jaw go. Let the forehead smooth. Let the eyes be completely still behind their lids. There you are, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, completely soft, completely warm, completely at rest. You've done beautifully. Now, let me take you somewhere the mountains come down to the water, and the lake is a color that does not exist anywhere else, and the evening is still, and the totara trees are standing at the shore, and the stars down here are different from any stars you have seen. Come with me. The South Island, New Zealand's South Island, the part of it they call the Southern Lakes, a landscape that is both very old and very young. Old in the geological sense. The schist rocks of this region are hundreds of millions of years old, among the oldest in the Southern Hemisphere. Young in the sense that the landscape was shaped by glaciers that retreated only 12,000 years ago. The glaciers carved these valleys, deepened them, left them as they are, the U-shaped valleys, the characteristic form of glacial action, the valley wide and flat-floored, where the glacier moved and deep-cut at the sides. The lakes, in the deepest of these valleys, the lakes that the glaciers left, filled with the glacial meltwater, the water extraordinarily clear, the visibility in the water meters, not centimeters. You can see the bottom in places where the water is 20 meters deep, and the color, the turquoise, the color, the turquoise of a New Zealand glacial lake is not ordinary turquoise. It is the color that results from rock flour, glacier flour, the rock ground to a powder finer than talcum powder by the immense pressure and movement of the glacier above it. This flour, carried into the lake by the rivers that feed it, remains suspended in the water. Almost suspended, the particles so fine they do not settle. They hang in the water, and this suspended rock flour scatters the light, specifically the blue and green wavelengths, the turquoise wavelengths. The result, the color that changes with the light. In the morning, pale, almost milk white. At noon, deep cyan, almost electric. At evening, the color that you cannot name. Between turquoise and jade, between the sea and the sky, between everything and nothing, the color that painters try to capture cannot, the color that photographs approximate cannot match the color you are seeing now. The lake itself, you are at its edge. The shore here, not sand, not pebble in the way of the ocean shore. The lake shore of a glacial lake. Flat stones, water-worn, the schist in its thin flat forms. The schist breaks in layers, and the water has worked these layers into the flat oval stones that cover this shore, each stone smooth, cold, the cold of deep lake water transferred through the stone. You sit on them, the stones fitting together, the lake in front of you, and the color, the turquoise. At this hour, the evening, the sun behind the mountains to the west, the lake has taken on its evening character, darker than midday, richer, the light from the western sky, finding the water at its lowest angle, the color deepening, not fading, deepening, the MOUNTAINS. Behind the lake, The mountains, these are not small mountains. The Remarkables, the mountain range that gives this lake its southern boundary. The Remarkables, named by the early European settlers who looked at them and could find no other word. Remarkable, the mountains reaching to just over 2,000 meters. Their faces, the schist rock, the same rock as the stones on the shore, but here in its raw form. The faces of rock scored by the glacier, striated, the marks of the ice still visible in the stone. Snow on the highest sections, even in March, the shoulder months between summer and autumn. The highest peaks carry their permanent snow, white against the evening sky and reflected in the lake. The mountains above, the mountains below, the turquoise between, the totara trees at the shore's edge, the totara, the native trees of New Zealand. The totara, Podocarpus totara, is one of the great trees of New Zealand, its wood red-grained, its form impressive, its place in the ecosystem of this country ancient. The Maori used totara for their waka, their canoes. The trees large enough, the wood strong enough, the grain resilient enough. These trees at the shore, old, the slow-growing totara does not reach this size quickly. Decades, more, their roots finding the lake's edge. Their canopy, the totara has its own canopy style, its own way of holding its branches. In the evening light, the totara at the shore, catching the last of it, their bark deeply furrowed, the bark of an old tree, catching the low light in its furrows, the shadows of the furrows, and the lit ridges between. The trees made more present in this light. Aroha, she is at the water's edge, sitting on the flat stones, her feet not quite touching the water. Her name is Aroha. It means love in Tirio Maori. She is 44 years old. She has been coming to this lake for as long as she can remember. She grew up in the nearest town. She brought her children here. She will bring her grandchildren. This lake is her lake, not by ownership. No one owns this lake. By connection, the connection that comes from returning to a place so many times that the place knows you, and you know the place, and the knowing is the same from both sides. She comes here when she needs to think, when she needs to not think, when things have been good, and she wants to be in a place that holds good things, when things have been hard, and she needs to sit by something that does not change. The lake does not change, or it changes very slowly. The color is always the color. The mountains are always the mountains. The totara are always the totara. She sits, the stillness, the lake at this hour, still, not the sometimes stillness of a lake on a calm day, the particular stillness of a sheltered glacial lake in the evening, the wind that comes down from the mountains in the afternoon. The afternoon wind of this valley has stopped, as it always stops at this hour, as Aroha knows it will stop. She timed her arrival for this, the still hour, the hour after the wind and before the cold, the hour when the lake is its truest self. The surface, a mirror, not partially, completely. The mountains above, exactly in the water below. The schist peaks and the snow, the evening sky, the totara trees, your own reflection if you lean to look. All of it in the lake containing the whole evening. The smell of this lake. Clean, very clean. Not the salt of the sea, not the earthiness of the rivers. The particular smell of a glacial lake. Almost no smell. The water so pure, so cold, so deep, that it gives almost nothing to the air. What it gives is this: the absence of other smells, the absence of the salt, the absence of the earth, the absence of the human. In this absence, the pure mountain air, the air that has come from the peaks, that has not been breathed much, that has traveled from the southern ocean to the west, over the mountains, cooling as it rose, condensing some of its moisture as rain and snow on the windward side, arriving here in the lee of the mountains, dry and cold and extraordinarily clean. You breathe it, and the breathing is different here. Each breath a small gift, the air a gift. What AROHA knows? She knows the lake in every season. The lake in summer, busy with the swimmers, the boats, the tourists who come for the extraordinary color. She loves it in summer too, but she comes early or late to find the quiet. The lake in autumn, the willows along the shore going golden, the deciduous trees of the farmland across the water turning, the light changing, the tourists thinning. The lake in winter, the color most intense in winter, the rock flower undiluted by the summer melt, the mountains with their full snow, the temperature sometimes cold enough for ice on the shallower margins, the lake in spring, the snowmelt beginning, the color shifting as fresh water enters, the mountains beginning to change. She knows the birds, the paradise shelduck, the pied stilt, the black-billed gull, the occasional black swan visitors, not residents, the kingfisher that sits on the same branch at the totara groves edge most mornings. She thinks it is the same kingfisher, or its descendant on the same branch. She knows the sound the lake makes when the wind comes down from the remarkables and finds the surface, and the surface responds. She knows this place, the way Thomas knows his river, the way Seamus knows his sea, by returning, always returning, the first star above the remarkables, appearing, the southern sky, the southern cross, not the single star that Clara pointed to from the deep south porch, the southern cross, the constellation that is south of the equator, that does not appear from the northern latitudes of most of the other stories in these nights. This is the other hemisphere, the other sky, the southern cross appearing above the mountains. 4 stars, their arrangement unmistakable, the cross that navigators used to find south, that the Maori used to navigate across the Pacific, that has been above this land since the land rose from the sea. Aroha looks at it. She does not need to point. She simply looks. The Southern Cross, the southern sky, the lake below it, reflecting, the stars appearing in the lake as they appear in the sky. First one, then four, then the southern sky beginning to fill, growing still. The lake is still. The mountains are reflected. The stars are appearing. In the sky, in the lake, Aroha is sitting at the water's edge. The flat stones beneath her, the cold of the deep lake transferred through them, the mountain air on her face. If thoughts are arriving, and they probably are, because that is what minds do, they are not staying long. The lake takes them. The turquoise holds them for a moment, and then they dissolve into the color, into the cold, clean air, into the remarkables above, into the reflected mountains below. You don't need to hold any of them, just the stones, just the color, just the still surface, just Aroha beside you, returning to the place she always returns to. Peace lives beside this lake, in the turquoise and the glacial cold and the totara trees, and Aroha's lifetime of returning to what does not change. Tonight it is yours. Good night. You are doing so beautifully. The day is done. You came to the lake tonight. You sat on the flat schist stones. You saw the color that no photograph has matched. You watched the mountains in the water, the totara at the shore, the still hour after the wind. Aroha sat beside you and did not need to say anything. The lake received you, as glacial lakes receive people who come to sit beside them, with the color and the cold and the clarity and the particular, profound, unreproducible stillness of water that was made by a glacier and held in mountains. Carry it with you on the murky days, the days when everything feels cloudy and complicated and unclear. Remember the lake. Remember the water through which you can see 20 meters to the bottom. Remember that clarity exists, that it can be returned to. You know the way here now, but tonight you are already here. The lake is in front of you. The mountains are reflected in it. The stars are coming out, in the sky and in the water. Sleep now, deeply, completely. You deserve every turquoise deep, mountain held, star reflected, totara shaded, lake still moment of this rest. Every single one. Good night. Sleep well. The lake through the night. The lake at night. The lake at night. The wind has not returned. The evening stillness, holding through to the deep dark. The surface, the mirror. The stars in it. The Southern Cross. More stars. The Milky Way. The Southern Milky Way, which is more dense than the Northern Milky Way. The center of the galaxy closer to the southern sky. The band of it extraordinary. In the lake, below, 2 Milky Ways. The one above, the one in the water. The lake holding the sky, as the fjord holds the sky, as the paddy holds the sky, as still water always holds the sky. what the glacier left 12,000 years ago. The glacier in this valley was perhaps 300 meters thick, the ice moving slowly, always slowly, but with the weight of 300 meters of ice behind it, the weight carving the valley deeper, the weight carving the lake basin, the weight that the mountains and the rock could not resist. The glacier retreated, the ice melting back, the meltwater filling what the ice had carved. The lake, this lake, born from the glacier, the color from the rock, the glacier ground, the depth from the valley, the glacier carved, the clarity from the coldness of the meltwater. The glacier is gone. What it made remains, as the work always remains, long after the making. The Kia, somewhere above, in the rocks of the Remarkables. The Kia, the alpine parrot of New Zealand, the only alpine parrot in the world. Intelligent, famously intelligent, and famously inquisitive. The Kia that land on skiers' backpacks and pull at the zippers. The Kia that investigate anything left unattended. At night, the Kia in their roosts, in the rocky outcrops of the high slopes. Their calls the Kia's call, from which their name comes, not heard at this hour. They sleep, as everything sleeps. Eventually, the Kia, the shelduck, the pied stilt, all in their roosts and their nests and their places. The lake below them, holding the stars. Arrowha's sleep. She sleeps in the town, in her bed, the lake 15 minutes from her front door. She thinks of it as she falls asleep. She usually does, not consciously, not saying to herself, I will now think of the lake. Simply the lake is there, at the edge of sleep. The color of it, the color that is impossible to name. It finds her there, in the place between waking and sleep. And it is enough. It is always enough. The lake always enough for whatever she brought to it today. The morning colors, the lake before dawn, the color almost gone, not gone but pale, the rock flower still there, still suspended, still doing what it does, but the light not yet finding it in the way that reveals it. The lake pale, almost gray, almost, and then the first direct light, the sun clearing the eastern ridges, the ridges on the far side of the valley, the ridges across the lake from the Remarkables, the first direct light finding the water, and the color coming back, not slowly, quickly, the turquoise arriving all at once as the light finds the rock flower, the color returning as it returns every morning, as it has returned every morning since the glacier retreated, and the lake filled, and the sun first rose on this water. 12,000 mornings, each one the same turquoise, each one different, the same lake, a different morning, the color always returning. The lake is still, the mirror holds the stars, the Milky Way, in the sky, in the water. The Remarkables are dark, the Kia are in their roosts, the Totara are at the shore, their roots In the cold water, Aroha is asleep. In the town, the lake in her dreams, the color impossible to name, and you are sleeping deeply, completely, peacefully, beside the lake, the flat schist stones beneath you, the cold, clean air, the mountains reflected, the stars reflected, the turquoise waiting for morning, as it always waits and always returns. This is exactly where you should be. This is exactly what you deserve. Every turquoise deep, mountain held, star reflected, Totara shaded, lake still moment. Every single one. You are safe. You are held. You are at peace. Good night, dear friend. Sleep well. Sleep deeply. Good night, and